student, class 10. Welcome back to my channel. Now we are starting chapter number 2. Chapter number 2, we have done some parts that about acids and bases, their types, and about the reactions also. Now we are doing the reaction, neutralization reaction of acid and bases. So what is neutralization? Neutral means when acid and base neutralize, nullify their effect, each other's effect. So what is the effect? Acids are giving us H plus ion and bases are giving us OH minus ion. So H plus and OH minus ion both are going to be form water. And if there are any kind of salts in them, metals in them, then and non-metals are there. So both are going to mix and making the salt. Ionic salt is going to be formed there. So neutralization means when acid and bases are mixing and they are nullifying their effect. One example I have written here for you. That is when strong base and strong acid neutralizes their effect, then salt and water is going to be formed. Strong base is NaOH and strong acid is HCl. NaOH and HCl both nullify their effect. HCl is an acid, NaOH is a base. When they both are mixing, after the mixing we can have the salt, common salt, NaCl, and water also. So this is neutralization because its pH is 7 now. There is no sour taste, there is no bitter taste because it is having bitter taste, it is having sour taste. After the mixing, they are not having any kind of taste in them. So we can say that they are nullifying their effect. Other example is for weak acid and weak bases. So weak base example I am taking here magnesium hydroxide, and weak acid is acetic acid. This is vinegar. Vinegar and milk of magnesia both are mixing into each other and they are forming salt and water. So neutralization will take place only if the acid and base both are strong or both are weaker. If they are, one is stronger, one is weaker, then the stronger acid or base effect will be there. So the condition is for neutralization that the acid and base, they are having the same strength. Are they strong or are they weak? Both should be strong or both should be weak. Next are when acids react with oxides. So first we have to discuss about oxides. So what are oxides? Oxides are in which metal, non-metal and metalloid, they can react with oxygen and form oxides. In oxide, oxygen is having -2 valency. Oxygen is having -2 valency. Oxide can be of 3 types: acidic, basic and amphoteric. Acidic, non-metallic oxides are always acidic. Example are CO2, nitrogen oxide, and basic oxides, metallic oxides. Basic oxide, why we are metallic oxide? Metallic oxides are example is Na2O, MgO. These are when react with acid. I am writing here Na2O plus HCl. Then what is going to be formed? Salt and water only. Salt and water. With salt, NaCl and water is going to be formed. So metallic oxides are always basic in nature and non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. So when they react with acid, then they are going to be formed again salt and water. Now we are doing one experiment, children. We have taken one beaker here, then we having some water in it and dilute HCl or dilute H2SO4 in it. After that we have taken one wooden block. On this wooden block we put 2 iron nail and we have attached them wire with a 6-volt battery and a bulb and a key. Then we have to do the experiment. Why we are doing this experiment? That we want to show that some substances can give us H plus ion, those are called as acids, and the substances those are provide us OH minus ion are called as bases. And how can we determine the strongness and the weakness of acids and bases? So how can we determine? By the amount of H plus ion. So children, we are having this experiment in which we are putting some amount of dilute HCl and dilute H2SO4 in it. So we can say that the bulb will glow. When we switch off the key, switch on the key, then we can have the battery connection. From the battery, one chemical reaction takes place here and the HCl is going to give us H plus ion. So in the presence of H plus ion, the bulb is going to be glow. Bulb will glow. How can we determine the concentrated HCl and dilute HCl presence? If we put some amount of concentrated HCl in it, then the glowness of the bulb will be bright. Brightness increases of the bulb. So we can say that stronger acid gives us more H plus ion. They ionize more. Ionization is more. That's why the bulb is going to be glow more. If the acid is dilute means in it water is more than the acid. So H plus ion will be lesser. So it is the glowness, the brightness of the bulb will decreases. But if we put some amount of such like glucose. Glucose is C6H12O6. If we put some amount of glucose in it, ethanol in it, means we have to repeat this activity. We have to remove these. We have to add some amount of water. One time ethanol and another time glucose we have to add. So we can see the bulb is not glowing to at all. You can see here that they are having hydrogen in them, but they are not providing, they are not dissociating into their ions. So the substances, the acids and bases, those are provide us H plus ion. They are having the ionization only, and they are behaves as acids. So glucose and ethanol, they are not in the presence of these two substances, the bulb is not going to glow. What about the lime water, or what about the lemonade? If we mix some amount of lemonade in it, vinegar in it, then the bulb will glow because they are going to give us some kind of H plus ion. So this activity is showing us the strongness and the weakness of acids and bases. This we can repeat for the bases also. So in water, what is there? HCl. When it is present with water, then which ion it is going to give us? H3O plus ion. This is called as hydronium ion. So in the presence of water only, they are going to give us H plus ion or hydronium ion. Hydronium ion, how hydronium ion is going to be formed? When H plus ion is reacting with water, so hydronium ion is going to be formed. So stronger acid gives us more hydronium ion, and a weaker acid gives us less number of hydronium ion because their ionization is incompleted. And bases in aqueous solution, they are going to give us hydroxide ion. When acid and base, HX we can write as common acid, and MOH it is common base. When both are react, then salt and water is going to be formed and neutralization takes place here. So how can we dilute the substances, dilute the acid and dilute the bases? What should we do? We always have to take more amount of water, and we have to add small amount of acid or base in more amount of water by constant stirring, so that the acid will not splash on our skin, on our eyes will be protected, and our skin also protected. This process is called as dilution. Moving the concentrated solution towards the dilute solution. It is called as dilution by adding amount of water. So diluted solution, ionization will be lesser, and the concentrated solution will give us more ions of H plus and OH minus ions, so they will be stronger. So children, strongness and the weakness of acid, how can we determine? One experiment we have done, then the bulb is glowing. But what is the quantitative measurement? How can we measure the H plus ion? So there is a scale that is called as pH scale. From that we can measure the H plus ion by using universal indicator. And what is universal indicator? Universal indicator is the indicator. It is a mixture of various indicators, and it shows different colors at the different concentration of acids, their concentration, their H plus ion. So we have to discuss pH scale here. So pH, P small, P means potential or power, H means the H plus ion concentration. Its value is pH is equals to minus log of H plus ion. Here minus is there, that's why pH and hydrogen ion concentration reciprocal to each other. They are reciprocal to each other. If one is going to increase, then the another is going to decrease. If H plus ion are more, then the pH will be lesser. Means H plus ion are lesser, then pH will be more. So we have decided the pH range from 0 to 14. 0 to 14, 0 to 7, 0 to 6.99, the substances, those are having the pH in this range, they are known as acids. And the substances, those are having the pH range from 7.1 to 14, they are called as bases. And their strongness and the weakness we can increase from 7. 7 are neutral. 7, the substances, those are having 7 pH, all are neutral, such as NaCl, neutralization reaction. You can recall that. So, from going 7 to 0, then the acidic nature is going to be increased. So, from 0 to 4, stronger acid exists. 4 to 6.9, weaker acid exists. Then, when we move from 7 to 14, the basic nature is going to be increased. So, the strongest base is having the pH range in 14. 10 to 14 are called as the substances, those are having 10 to 14 pH, they are called as stronger bases. So, here are some examples. Gastric juice, it is having HCl in it, so its pH is 1.2. Then lemon juice, it is having 2.2. Lemon is having citric acid, so acids are stronger acids, so they are having the pH lesser than 7. After that, pure blood, our blood is slightly alkaline. It is having 7.4 pH. Then milk of magnesia. Milk of magnesia is having 10 pH. It is slightly stronger base. And NaOH caustic soda, which we are using for making soap, that is having 14 pH. So pH is also useful for our daily life, such as gastric juice is having HCl. If more gastric juice is increasing in our body, then we have some stomach pain. So what we can take? We can neutralize by taking milk of magnesia. So this is the daily routine application of neutralization reaction and pH also. Second is, what is the second? That when ant bite or nettle sting, those are having formic acid. We can neutralize by applying baking soda on that, because baking soda is base and they are secreting formic acid. Next example, in the garden soil, if it is more alkaline, then we can, more acidic, then we can use the chalk powder, we can use the slag lime water. So these are the daily application of pH. So